Tonight, an historic television event. For the first time, the President of the United States and First Lady take you on an exclusive tour of the world's most famous home. They'll open up the doors to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue for a once-in-a-lifetime look at the family's personal living quarters and other rarely seen rooms. It's the first family's holiday gift to America, a personal tour of the White House.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This has been our home for the last 8 years, but it truly is the people's house, and we wanted to take a few minutes and have you join us here.
Now, after 8 years, we're moving on to get a new address. But before we leave, as a gesture of appreciation, we wanted to have an open house and invite you in for a visit.
You know, it's really our way of thanking all of you for the privilege and the honor of living here. To have been both part of history and the custodians of this great historic house has been the most wonderful experience for each of us. I think we have a continuing conversation about which is our favorite.
I like the blue room.
So do I, but I also really love the red room and the green room, and we'll show you the east room as well as the state dining room. We'd also, though, like for you to see a little bit about where we live here on the second floor, for example. These are our family quarters, and this is the yellow oval room. And like so much of the house that we'll be seeing, it is filled with family memories and special mementos. But this is also the room where we as a family will be celebrating Christmas, as we have for the last 8 years.
It's always been one of our favorite times of the year. And when room after room is magically transformed for the holidays, it's an unbelievable place.
It is. I don't think there's any place like it for the holiday season. And thanks to the superb staff and all of the dedicated volunteers who give up their time and come and decorate the trees and hang the wreaths and put the garlands out. This place truly is a magical winter wonderland, and we're so pleased to have this chance to share it with you.
Here we are on the residence floor. Every year since 1902, the President has had an office on the second floor, as well as an office in the west wing of the White House. But from the time the house was built in 1800 until 1902, the sole office of the President was somewhere here on the second floor. When I came here, Hillary and I restored this room to the way it looked more or less in the 1870s. And we brought back this wonderful old table, which was President Ulysses Grant's cabinet table. And you can see just from the angle here, there are 3 drawers here. On the other side, there are 3 drawers, and then there are 2 drawers on each end. This table became quite famous for another purpose in 1898. You can see up here in this picture on the wall, that's President McKinley overseeing the signing of the treaty that ended the war between Spain and the United States. And that treaty was signed in this spot right here under the painting, on this table, on the Grant table. So the table then became known as the treaty table. Every treaty in the United States since 1898 has been signed on this table, all the way down to the Israel-Palestinian Peace Accord on September 19, 1993, and the Wye River Accord between the Israelis and the Palestinians in 1995. All these treaties have been signed here for 102 years now. This table was built in 1828 and brought here by Mary Todd Lincoln. And it's, I have a lot of my family photos on it. This is a very important set of memorabilia to me. This is the yarmulke and the pin I wore at Prime Minister Rabin's funeral, along with a rock from his grave and a pin that was worn by a lot of people in Israel that says, Shalom Haver. What else can I show you? That's a great picture. It's called The Smiling Roosevelts under that, of Teddy and Franklin Roosevelt. that a man I knew in western Arkansas who was a newspaper publisher gave me. And I saw it on his wall, and I complimented